1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here we are.
Horn-decked beast from higher sphere delivered. Welcome, O glorious sculpted keeper. Thou art kind indeed to this aged crone. Oh, pardon me, my dear. Where are my manners? Surely thou must hunger, O sculpted keeper. I prithee, partake of this modest dish. 'Tis only plain fare, but sup to the lees, and it will surely grant thee ample vigor.
Scorpion stew.
Shouldst thou be by hunger's pangs beset, I implore thee, partake of my stew. Thou art sure to feel thy vigor restored. Though, if the flavor doth thy tongue offend, I care not if thou throwest it away. Shouldst thou be by thou art sure. Though,
So that's what she gave us last time. You remember how I mentioned that she gave us something. That was at the Scorpion Stew. Like when I was exploring on my own to look for a way forward. Now, oh yes, I didn't mention. So we're with a new guy this time. I should have mentioned this right off the bat because we want to fight Messmer. And so this is the guy I have. I decided to be very fashionable here. He's gonna still attack me. I decided to be very fashionable here. I have Rilana's swords, as well as Blythe's armor, Bernal's gauntlets, and Royal Knight Loretta's boots. However, that being said, you see how we're not wearing a helmet?
Yeah.
We have to have only one of two helmets. Firstly, and secondly.
Oh no! Are you serious?
I am going to make it so that it is one of these two.
Oh.
We can become the banana head if you like, or we can be the sculpted keeper.
Oh, there's only one banana head.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to be the sculpted keeper.
Yay. Yay.
Oh, we can't. That's too heavy. Talk about being a target.
It's good protection, though, you have to admit.
Yeah. And that's what counts most, I guess.
Yeah. Now, over by these boats, we can be summoned to assist Needle Knight Leda, or summoned to assist the Horn Scent in their fight, because their fight is going on right here. Now, I am highly voting for assisting the Horn Scent.
Me too.
Because, yeah.
I was going to say that too, because especially he was waiting to be called that whole time.
Yeah. And also on top of that, his mom just gave us stew.
Well,
So-
yeah, and on top of that, I let Leda
attack him earlier.
Yeah.
So now that she's attacking him, we should.
help.
just help
Yeah,
him.
yes, that works.
Yeah.
Worthy Hornsent, I will dispose of you. Before your thirst for revenge beckons our undoing, I can no longer trust your word.
in the end, I knew this day would come. The nature of your kind, I am certain, will always show itself. Given time, interfere not with my business. Zealot, what could your purpose possibly be? I do not recollect begging for help.
Have you been taken in by the plight of the Hornsent? Foolish, but hardly unexpected. Man is a compassionate animal, for better or worse. you have bested me? A single betrayal. Enough to turn the tides.
Bloody finger vanquish.
Unfortunate. But I will
Um,
never be.
Can you do a favor for me?
Yes.
Do
Okay,
not
so
interfere.
I wanted
This
to.
is my revenge.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch the fight and not read what it was saying, and put my glasses on, and I could not hear a word of it. So what exactly did she say?
Okay, so it went that Leda was saying the horn scent was saying I knew this day would come. Leda was saying I've come to end you, I've come to kill you. Then here, I'll act this out. The horn scent said, no, I'm going to kill you first. Then Leda said, hey, that guy over there, you with the lion head, dancing lion head, you've come to assist the horn scent, have you? The horn scent went, no, this is my revenge, don't interfere with it, I didn't ask you for help. Then Leda went, hey, yeah, it's foolish that you're doing this, but mankind is a compassionate animal, so I shouldn't be surprised. And then we beat her, and then she was like, well, I guess you defeated me. That single action. She said the single betrayal was enough to turn the tides, even though it was her who betrayed him. And the horn scent was like, this is my revenge, don't go interfering with it. That's basically how it went.
But we said it was our revenge, don't interfere with it.
No, that was him saying that.
Oh.
Also, for your sake, I'll change our helmet now. I just wanted to do that, for at least a little bit. We now have Rolana's helmet, which I think is the best helmet to go with it. I have to admit, I was pleased with the snazziness of this uniform.
Yeah, very. You had a good dressing morning.
Yes. Oh, I suppose I should have looked at Leda's room first.
What if that really was your closet? Like, what should I put on today? What boots?
All right,
What shield?
we're back with Messmer.
Mongrel intruder. Tarnished, it seemeth. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of life? Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
There we go.
Death.
As you can see, it's a much more even fight this time around. Also, today is the day in which my arms are officially dying. I think.
stripped of
Well,
the
there we
grace
go.
of gold shall
Oh,
meet
dear.
death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Going back to what you said earlier, that would be really funny. If, like, when dressing, having a wardrobe and everything, it seriously was just like you could choose armor and shields and all that.
Let's see, what class do I have today? What client am I seeing today?
Well, with some clients, you probably need a shield. At least a mental one.
So, like, I wear the one that we were just wearing.
Find this dancing line.
Yeah. Six and down.
Sticks and stones cannot reach me because this hat is so large. That one keeps getting me.
Those stripped of the grace
Yep.
of gold shall all meet death in the embrace
So I
of
definitely-
Messmer's flame.
And like, I like this music better than Rolana's too.
Oh, going back through Rulana's fight the second time, I will say I like it a lot more. I think I just had a bit of a bad experience because I was frustrated with myself for doing poorly.
Were you able to catch what she does to you?
No, I wasn't looking. But we do have the, like, since we're recording it, I'll be able to see it when I go through the footage.
Okay, good. You're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Those stripped of the grace of gold
Oh
shall meet
dear,
death
Christopher.
in the
Yeah,
embrace.
we're going back
of
through this and making it
Messmer's
harder on
flame.
ourselves for a reason.
So that your arm's gonna actually, like, literally fall off.
It's true that I haven't drinking milk in a while.
What, Mr.
I forget what his name is. The neighbor.
Yeah.
Messmer deserves a tough fight.
Yes.
He's a major enough character for that.
Yep.
You know, in addition, I really feel like I may have overdone it a little bit because in addition to making the, like going into it with less blessings, I'm also going into it with the swords that I'm not used to. But I will admit that Rolana's swords are cool, even if I don't really know how to use them to the best extent. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yes.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
I got it right this time. Oh, also, you see how the serpent he has on his back has wings? Remember the thing that was mentioned about how his symbol is the winged serpent and it keeps the base serpent at bay? I'm sure that has to do with the fact that he is, like, snake bucket. like this is him trying to reflect something good while the snake inside him is something bad, something like that.
Complete torment.
Yeah. Also, I was not expecting Messmer to look like this at all. I'm sure that I vaguely remember seeing him. Because I vaguely remember a guy who looks kind of like this showing up, like, right when the DLC was released. Like, I remember seeing that face somewhere, like, with the yellow eye. I didn't associate it with Messmer when we first heard his name, and so I just didn't associate it. Not at all what I expected it to look like. I don't really know, like, I didn't have an idea in my mind what I expected it to look like, but not like that.
Channel meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Expected something a bit more large and rogue-like, with a giant weapon. I suppose his spear is pretty large, you know. Who do you think you are, Bale? Not letting me pick up my runes? You're not Bale.
Those stripped of the grace of God shall meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Okay, well, I am going to do one additional Erdtree blessing. But that's it. That's all I'll do for the rest of the fight. Yeah.
Those stripped of the grace of God shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
This is going to be a rough one.
I know, but on my side, I like it a lot better. Yeah, because yeah, you get to see more.
Yeah. I found it funny that last time you asked if, like, you thought I died only 3 times. So
Yeah,
that was a lot more. Just felt like 3.
it did. And I think maybe because it was going.
Like he was killing me so quickly.
Or maybe I just felt so shortchanged.
Because I was doing too well.
Yeah, I mean, like, fights like this, you kind of want to go on.
Yeah.
Get the music, pretty fire.
Those restricted to the grace of gold shall
Pretty impaled body.
in the embrace
You know,
of
you
Messmer's
just hung you
flame.
up in the air for a little bit.
That is true because I've been avoiding that attack. Sometime we're going to have to figure out the timeline of births.
Yeah. And parents.
Yeah. Because I'm confident that this guy is Radagon's child, given the red hair and the overall body shape.
And that Orlana's here.
Yeah.
But it'd still be interesting with the timeline. And that let us know what Baron comes up to.
Yeah. It also makes sense if they were born earlier on, because that would explain the thing we saw earlier about the curse, and how the Hornsens had put the curse
Those
on
restricted to
Miraculous
the grace
children.
of gold shall be dead in the embrace
You know, if
of
you're mad at the
Messmer's
mom,
flame.
don't hurt the kids. You know, put the curse on her. And let the kids be okay.
I do agree with that. It's not that I can't sympathize with them, because I imagine they would have been like, hey, hurting her kids the only way to hurt her, because that's how mothers are. They'd be clueless as to the fact that America is the worst mom of all time.
Yeah, I think it would do more damage if you directly got her.
Yeah, it would. But they don't know that.
They don't know
They're reasonable people who think that mothers care about their children.
that. Yeah, and they thought it didn't work with the first one, so they tried again and again, and
Yeah.
yeah, she still doesn't care.
Those
Yep.
restricted to the grace of gold shall be dead in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
So what is that, 3? No.
Ha 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 ha. Oh, regarding the cutscene, whenever we eventually get to it, you can watch it because the screen fades to, or it cuts to black before he actually touches it. And the eye is made of glass too. Also, that guy seems to have just gotten impaled. Unfortunately, the main benefit of using Rilana's swords in this fight, which would normally be that I can attack multiple times in a row, seems to not really be in effect here, since he can generally really hurt me if I try to attack multiple times in a row.
If the grace of God channel me death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Now, regarding something you said last time, what was that about Initro? Because honestly, I thought you hated him.
Oh, I do. Oh, who wouldn't? He's horrible.
I'm not really.
Cuter than I mean,
Not. Personally, I can't really call him cute.
okay, he had a nice chest.
When he took his shirt off. Okay.
If it really comes down to it, okay. That's what I remember. Oh yeah, no, I don't like him at all. He's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just confused me.
And he
a
was
little.
like Sekhiro's biggest huge nemesis, so he kept trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Kill us. And Lord Boy, and he did kill Lord Boy.
Well, if in one ending.
In one ending. Lord Boy.
Yes.
Yeah, no, so please, no confusion.
Okay.
No, he is well deservedly hated,
Okay.
even with this shirt on.
I finally started dodging a few attacks. Might even get to phase 2 this time.
That was like remembering who Radagon was in the quiz test, because it shows a picture of him without a shirt. And it's really funny because they're made of people. It's just, you know, animation or whatever. But they did a good job. I need Aaron here to support this.
No, that's like the guy from Lord of the Rings who was hitting on the one woman who was wearing the beard because they thought she was a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Who that was. Yeah, that was really funny.
I will not suffer. A lord devoid of light. No, mother. Forgive me.
I still can't.
Oh. I'll tell you when. Okay, now you can. It's black.
Okay.
soon tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent shorn of light?
Pretty interesting that he said he will not allow someone devoid of light to take the throne, but he is, in effect, devoid of light. I wonder what relevance that has.
Lightless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
Real uncool of you, mister. Right, so now we've experienced a good
The
few.
grace of God shall all be dead in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
So we've experienced a good few more. A little bit out of breath. A good few more fights since the last time I asked this. Of the main people, how would you rate them? Like, using all criteria. That would be... I'll count the golden hippopotamus in this too, the porcupine.
Okay.
Because I feel like it should count.
Okay. So let's recap who I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Divine Beast. I'm looking at Vale. I'm looking at Rolana, the Sunflower,
The hippopotamus.
the Hippopotamus, the Bear.
I don't think the bear is considered a major one.
Okay.
The commander.
But the Commander, I like that one too. Who am I forgetting? Well, this one.
The fingers. This guy. Ramana, the one that's the one in the church. The rot.
Oh yes, I conveniently forgot. That's on my. That's the last one.
Oh, even beyond the fingers.
Those stripped of the
Oh,
grace of
no.
God shall all be dead.
And you
In
know,
the
if we're
embrace
putting
of
everything together, that one
Messmer's
had nice music. Okay, right off the bat, Vale is going to remain my favorite.
Same.
You know, honestly, I think this one has to go up to number 2.
Oh.
But I still really like Rolana.
Mm.
I like the music in this one better than hers. Hers was more like it grew on me. Isn't hers the one with a little bit more opera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that, like, you didn't see me doing a rematch against her, but we never really got to hear much of the second phase music because I died too quickly. I will say that it's another one of those themes that it peaks in the second half of the second phase.
So I should probably watch that one again. So I know my top leaders I think I'd have to say my top 3
Hmm?
are who I just mentioned. But and Vale is gonna stay number 1.
Yeah.
There's like no doubt about that.
Do you have any idea on all the others?
Next up, I might throw the commander next.
Alright. Then, so you have remaining
The sunflower, the porcupine,
Divine
and
Beast,
Divine
Dancing Lion. Yep.
And then I'm not gonna put the centipedes or the fingers. They're not worthy. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just 'cause, you know.
There.
Yeah, they're down. Yeah, they're down on the lower. Well, I did like the sunflower skating thing.
Yeah.
That I like the dancing line too. All in his face, there's crawling. The porcupine was awfully quick.
Yeah, that was, I would say, of the main ones, other than Ramana and the fingers, the easiest of them, for sure. I had a little bit more trouble going through it this time with Rolana's weapons, but still wasn't nearly as bad as like
Restricted
Messmer or
grace of
something.
gold channel me dead in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
So I definitely want to watch Rolana again. Too bad we couldn't have the screens going at the same time. That'd be really hard to watch.
That would be really hard to watch.
So they're gonna be right. They're down to the finalists for second place,
Yeah.
and then whoever. So second, and third is taken. It just depends what order. And then really the next, okay, and then the Captain General guy. And then I kinda gotta see the sunflower and the lion.
Yeah.
And that, I think the music's gonna win on the sunflower. But though he was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
The sunflower, I like the skating.
Mm.
Yeah. Contender for the Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of almost have to watch those again too, and then they're going to be going for fifth and sixth
Yeah.
place. Yeah. And you gotta like the commander just because
It's cool.
Yeah. Didn't he have the violin?
He was the same one using the Commander Neil's music.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah.
Yeah. I don't actually specifically remember what instruments are in Commander Neil's music, which is kind of embarrassing because it's not a new track. It's been around ever since Elden released.
Yeah, but there's a lot.
True.
Phenomenal music.
Yeah.
So, okay, question back at you.
Which ones are my favorites?
Mm-hmm.
I will start from the lower end, I suppose. I think that would make it easy on me. Actually, yeah, maybe. The thing is, out of all the main ones, there are none that I dislike at all. I will definitely need to refight Ramana and the Fingers, because just like with Messmer the first time, I think we were a little bit stronger than we were supposed to be for those two.
Uh-huh.
I would say that so far, I would have to put Ramana in last place. but that is highly subject to change. But it's tough saying that because I really like that.
Ramana being the pink then.
Yeah.
So it's pretty if you were if it didn't have legs, centipede legs. If you took that away, then she has some really pretty moves.
Yeah.
Like the color of the pink and the twirling and everything.
Uh-huh.
And the nice music. I mean, I can see where that was visually that could move way up the ladder for me.
Yeah.
But the centipede legs just
Just messed it up.
yeah, totally.
After that, I would honestly have to. I feel a little bit bad for saying this, but I would honestly have to put the golden hippopotamus in second. And then.
I know I feel bad. That's why I'm saying, oh, I didn't see much of it. Because
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
He was pretty when he got
Yeah. After that, I'm honestly going to have to look at fingers, but again, it's not because I don't like them. I got my wish for a cell thing,
Yes, you did.
and I got exactly what I wanted, really. Exactly what I wished for. Oh, okay. I just also now just saw that Messmer here is called Base Serpent Messmer. And it was said that the winged serpent keeps the base serpent at bay. So that's relevant, I'm sure.
Yes. And by the way, you did very well that time.
Thank you.
That time.
Thank you.
You're doing very well.
We have already fought him 15 times.
I thought it was 4.
No, it doesn't feel like 15.
No, it
that we
really
have.
doesn't. Absolutely doesn't.
This is one of those fights that is not at all like Smogonorn, where there are some fights where when you go into it multiple times, it really does feel like you're going into it the same amount of times that you tried. And then there are some fights like this, or Melania, or something like that, where it really just does not feel like that at all. I think it's because you die so quickly. It might also be something that has to do with the length of how long it takes you to get back to the fight. Because this guy,
Those strict
the
of
middle.
the grace of gold shall all be dead.
this guy is
in
a
the
mess.
embrace
Ah.
of Messmer's flame.
Well, also, that makes sense how long it takes to get to the fight, but what about the fact that there's 2? With Spog and Ornstein, you have to
That
wait.
too. Yeah, each fight does take a lot longer there, because you have to wait for the ability to hit them. Oh, see, after that... Okay, so after the fingers... Again, I'm struggling to remember who's left.
The commander
Dancing Lion, Rolana.
and Vale and the Sunflower.
Fucking me. It's making me choose between... I know I'm the one who asked this question initially, but it's making me choose between a lot of people I really like. I would honestly have to say the commander next. Then the sun... I really like the Sunflower. But I will have to go with the Sunflower next. Then Rolana, and I can't necessarily say Messmer yet because we haven't finished with him. But I will honestly probably put Messmer above the Dancing Lion. So it would be Dancing Lion, then Messmer, then
Those strict
Vale.
of gold
Vale is
shall
still
be
number
dead
1.
in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
And we're not done either. Oh, something that I've been neglecting to show you this whole time. Look what we can do with Rolana's swords.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it's not as useful as it looks, but it is still really cool.
That's way cool.
Yeah.
I wish we could do her other little sword. I'm very partial to those things.
We can just, it's a... I think it's a sorcery. Remember how I asked, when we went to Elden Ring the second time, I asked whether you want to do sorceries, incantations, or physical? If we'd have gone with sorceries, we would have been using those.
No, we did go with sorcery one time.
We went with incantations.
Oh, incantation. I like it, and I ended up really liking the incantations.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I would. Well, I didn't like that. I was worried about changing it up because I liked it so much the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it turned out I really liked those incantations.
Yeah.
That was like way cool.
Whenever we eventually do Elden Ring again in the future, we should go with sorceries, I think.
Yeah.
That way
I'm
we'll
more
have-
open to it now because
Yeah.
I know how much. Like now, I might even like doing it with the incantations better than doing it the other. I don't know. But I definitely was not disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, I should also mention that Rolana's swords have some of the highest requirements and the most specific requirements out of any weapons in Elden Ring, requiring a pretty high amount of relatively faith and intelligence alongside strength and dexterity. So these weapons are just rather demanding overall.
I like that.
Yeah. If we ever do go with sorceries, we will be leveling up our intelligence finally. Which means we will finally understand that Messmer wasn't a dentist. But that day is not today.
Messmer's flame.
It's interesting because snakes don't have teeth. Is that because he's been working on all the snakes? Well,
Well, they have
they
fangs.
have fangs, but they don't have.
No, not like human teeth, no.
Can you imagine a snake with teeth? That would
A
just
snake with
look-
human teeth.
Yeah, that would just look real weird.
I'm imagining there's this one guy on YouTube who has his profile picture is Sekiro, but like photoshopped to make him smile with like a full like showing the teeth grin, and it just looks so wrong.
Wait, I'm sorry, because I'm sorry.
Okay.
My attention got divided. Okay, I'm sorry. Who?
Okay, so there's this guy on YouTube. He does stuff, but his profile picture is Sekiro, but photoshopped to give him a toothy grin, like a full grin, and it just does not look right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very funny.
Wait, question. So
Yeah.
the divine beast, the divine lion.
Yep.
He was on Messmer's side.
No.
No, he wasn't. Well, you know why. Now I know why.
The grandma of the Hornsent, the old lady, is the one who summoned the divine beast dancing lion in order to cleanse the tower of America's progeny seed.
Right. Okay. Now. Yes. Yes. And because I was going to go a different way with this, but now this fits even better. Because, see, she's really upset because look what she did to the lion's mouth with those dentures.
True.
And so she says, you go wipe them out. Don't pay.
Yeah. You can certainly get away with not paying. Question. in real life, if like a dentist gives you really, really horrible work, like like the Divine Beast dancing line basically turns your mouth into that, you are able to sue the dentist, right? Okay. So it's not like some kind of waiver where you can't.
No, and you know what? Even if they have you sign something, that would go over and beyond.
Okay.
You know, like, no, this was gross.
This is the Divine Beast dancing line from Elden Ring. I don't know how you turn my mouth into this.
Yeah, yeah, malpractice definitely.
Yeah.
And I don't care what I signed; it's void from this standard.
That makes sense.
Well, in all defense to Messmer, you know, he's working with a glass eye.
True.
So he can't see ever.
He does have at least some kind of excuse. It's a better excuse than Queen America has.
No, she does not have any excuse
For anything she's done.
for nada. Oh, real good.
She has no excuse for never, which means she never has an excuse, I suppose.
Wait, no good nothing or never?
I honestly don't know.
This creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
I know that real in French is like nothing.
It just sounds nicer. You're real.
You're real to me. French does have a funny way of making the most impolite statements sound like it's a compliment.
Yeah. At least to us.
Yeah.
French people are probably still sound
Yeah.
very normal.
I do wonder, you know how there's like the thing about how German is considered a harsh sounding language?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if to other languages, like people who speak other languages, not even just German, but I wonder if to people who speak like, I don't know, Vietnamese, if it still sounds that way. Or if it's just like because of the way that English works, it makes German sound harsher.
I think that because Vietnamese can sound pretty harsh. In a different way.
Yeah.
It's sharper.
Yeah. Using more like hard consonants.
Well, I don't know if it's Vietnamese, but in particular, well, because that has a lot of different dialects.
Oh yeah.
Because this guy was in my office and he was trying to explain it to me because his wife was Vietnamese, but they have different. Because I was wondering how to pronounce her name.
Yeah.
But so at least one of theirs, it's kind of sharp.
Yeah.
I to my ear.
Mm.
And so now I wonder how we sound.
That's a good question. I've noticed that while we're doing this, I've said a few things that make me sound more like stereotypically American. Like I've been calling Mikola Mikoler and stuff like that. I've noticed that I've added in an R sound on top of a few names here and there.
Like Baylor.
No, not even that, but like names that end with A, like America, I kind of make it sound like America.
Marry her? No way.
No, absolutely not. 2 people have already made that mistake. Imagine being Godfrey. Like, you're so cool, and then you marry America. Like, but did he not have anything better?
Well,
Like,
she
surely.
she has some kind of power over men.
She said, follow me.
She did. Oh my God, yeah. And they just weren't as strong as Achilles.
Yeah. It is not Achilles' Achilles heel. I will say that for some reason, for a reason that I cannot determine, Messmer's second phase feels easier than his first. Whether it actually is or not, I'm not sure. It feels that way.
Well, it certainly doesn't look easier. Well, both look really hard.
Yes. I think that is largely because they are. Also, the horn scent this whole time is still just asking for us, hey, you want help? So I totally help if you want it.
Kind of bored over here.
After we beat Leda, not really sure what to do with myself. Well, that was nice of Messmer. He, momentarily got possessed by Sir alone because he let me heal.
Well, and he's a gentleman at the end, too. I haven't seen him strike you or anything.
That's nice of him.
Uh-huh.
It's funny to me that Rolana, you wouldn't think that Rolana would be the...
Well, she was the worst so far.
Yeah.
And then,
In the
Bale
of
was gentleman.
Messmer's
Yeah.
flame.
Didn't the porcupine, like, step on you or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned that, yeah. I don't think we fully got to see the fingers or Ramana as to how they would be.
I don't remember the Hawaiian either. Like, I don't think he was.
I don't think he
He
was
was a gentleman.
particularly a gentleman, but I don't think he particularly wasn't either.
Yeah.
In the embrace
Not like
of
Rolana.
Messmer's
Yeah, no.
Alright, this is becoming really hard on my arms at this point.
You might. So, how many. So.
22 so far today.
And times 10.
Yep.
Within the last 35 minutes.
Yep.
You know it's okay if you take a break. Not break from doing this, break from doing the 10.
No, it's not. Because I have to beat him. My arms will not rest until we see Messmer.
Defeated.
Yeah, what was that? He said he will not suffer someone lightless on the throne or something like that. I will not suffer Messmer with my arms. Something like that. That, but in a comprehensible way.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh no. Aw, man. Every time I can heal successfully, because it's not like Sir alone, in that he consistently is nice and allows me to heal. It's just a few times. So whenever he does that, I will thank the spirit of Sir alone for possessing him momentarily. Oh man.
Those stripped
Aw,
of
man.
the grace of gold channel me death. in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
How is it that he pronounces his own name Messmer?
Yeah, I think so.
Doesn't sound very dentist-like to me. Must be a pseudonym. How funny would it have been if when we actually got to Messmer, he actually was a dentist the whole time?
That would have been something.
That would have been quite a plot twist.
Yeah. Wow, we got a knack for these games.
We did.
You're really figuring it out.
Yeah. But nobody else got that.
So when they're singing that high voice, they are saying "Follow me," huh?
I cannot tell.
I think you're saying. That's how I hear it.
I do remember hearing that most tracks in Elden Ring, their lyrics are specifically designed to be gibberish, like without meaning.
Oh, so I'm picking it up as "Follow me." This is Brooke's thing.
Yes, I like it. I know that the only two themes that were specifically designed with lyrics in mind were the Song of Lament, which is a song that you can sometimes hear. I forget where exactly it is, but it's not a boss theme, it's a theme for an area. And then there's also Radagon's music, but that was changed after it was originally conceived in order to turn the lyrics into gibberish, though they were originally meant to mean stuff. And I think the main reason for that is because musically, you can perfect the music if you don't have the lyrics designed to have a meaning, because the lyrics can be changed to be something more musically good sounding, I suppose.
O lightless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
We're close.
Well, I'm sorry to say this, but this is more like what I wanted, and I'm sorry, Arms. It's not what I wanted you.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so Messmer's going to be real weak real soon. Because he's gonna be dead.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I made that clear. I think logically it doesn't necessarily follow, but sounds good. Oh no.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all be dead in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Oh dear. I just so would not want to go that way.
Well, I feel like I would hate the fire more than the impaling. Because being impaled would be pretty quick, I would think. Fire, on the other hand, like, if you're already impaling me, please don't put fire on me. Because fire hurts. Being impaled would also hurt,
Well,
but at least...
you know, actually, he's been kind of nice about the whole thing. Because he's going to impale you. You don't have to worry about infection setting in right away. Because he's sterilized.
True.
So strict.
I will
He
not...
sterilized the whole area.
True.
In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
You'd be really stinky afterwards, though. Burnt flesh, blood.
Probably not as bad as if an infection set in, though.
Yeah, that kind of sense, yeah.
Oh man. You will not let me not. You will not take you
Yes,
words.
yes,
Words
yes,
to
yes.
Messmer. I speak words to you, Messmer. You will not take my runes away from me. There you go. You will not prevent me from taking them.
It'd be so funny if he stood up all of a sudden, put his hand like on his hip, and like, what?
We're in the Truman Show, but in a game.
Yeah.
There's this constant joke regarding video games, saying like, if you die in a video game, you should die in real life.
Oh
like
gosh, no. No.
Yeah.
In the same way.
No, maybe in the same way. Just like generally, you just die.
Yeah, no, that'd be horrible. You know how many times you'd be dead?
Once. I'm not wrong.
Well, no, maybe you can come back.
Well, if my death came from like one of these games, that's certainly possible. We've seen precedent for that. We still have no idea what Nicola is planning to do with Verdun. I kind of did it just then. I said Nicola, but with like a slight R sound.
Well, put you. I want to know. Oh.
Well, there's also whatever is going on with Moog too. I don't think Moog is being brought back from the dead. I think Nicola is just using his body. On the bright side, at least they're not putting Moog into a jar.
On the bright side.
Fire.
Yep.
Nice. Alright. I like how when I skip the cutscene, it just makes it look like...
O lightless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall
What? Well, that was awfully quick. I didn't know that would kill me immediately.
Well, apparently. You know what? Right after you do your push-ups, this is a good spot for a quick break.
Can we do it for a little longer than a quick one?
It's only going to take me a couple minutes.
Can we go back to Messmer afterwards? Because I would like to start going on with the main character, like when we already beat Messmer.
Oh, go on with... Yes. Yes. No, this
And then
is
we can come back to Messmer later, obviously.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah, yeah.